Hey guys, Alexi here with Remax Performance and Alcovo Mortgage, and it's January's over. The first month. Most of you, by percentages, already are doing your New Year resolutions. I knew you. I'm looking at you right there. You get back on it. Get back in the gym or whatever your New Year resolutions were. But yeah, it's February almost. By the time you receive it, it's gonna be really close to February. So, as you know, we got snow the heck in here. It's been crazy. I shared a shovel, to the whole neighborhood because apparently nobody had a shovel. I bought one of those like garden shovels, so it was perfect for the ice. So it was a community shovel. Super fun, rare thing, but watch your HOA fees go up next year because if you have a snow, people clear snow, part of your HOA, they usually gonna charge more, so they're gonna have to adjust. So watch out for that. By the way, on the email, check out all the events going on in the Valley for February. I think a lot of those are pretty interesting, but let's get into the real estate because I guess that's what you're here for. You're not here to look at this pretty face. Mortgage rates. So mortgage rates have been on the steady decline, which is awesome. You get more house for, same monthly payment. Amazing. Right now buyers are starting to get back into the market. We're seeing that if your rates are, at 7%, you locked in 2 years ago at 7.5, give me a call. Let's get that refinanced. There's no reason to wait. I'm planning on refinancing my house. I'm already, trying to work on that. So, because you just don't know, something may happen in the economy and everything's just gonna go back up, and who knows, I'm hoping this year we'll see 5.8, 5.7. I don't think we're going back to the 4s, to the 3s. If we're going back to the 4s and 3s, we're all screwed. In the sense that there's got to be another pandemic or something like that happens, because the only reason why they dropped, I think, is because for the economy to get boosted up again. So don't wait on that. I think it's right now 5 to 6% is what we're gonna see for a pretty long time. I think we'll see. Looking at days in the market, steady. Everything that if we're looking at solds under 50 days, I think that's, is it still kind of low? On the, big picture, yeah, it kind of is, but it's been pretty steady. So is our inventory still a little low? I think so. With, Fed dropping the rates 3 or 4 times last year, I think it's gonna boost construction this year. So that's gonna be a good thing. But that's also needs to be supported by a good demand from the buyers. So we'll see what happens. Do I think if rates drop to like 5s-ish, those days on the market are gonna drop? Probably, because I think there's a lot more buyers out there than homes available. But I'm hoping people that have the 3% gonna start moving, because it's like, well, if you're going to 6, it's double. If you're going from 3 to 5, it's like, well, it's not double. I can probably survive that, even if it's like 5.9. I think it's just a psychological barrier right there. Then if we look at sold versus listing sold, the price has been steady. There's a drop in active listings, seasonal. There's usually a drop in January. If you look for last year's January, had the same thing happen with active listings. They just drop over holidays. People are not thinking about it, and people are usually getting revamped around February. So ish, springtime, whenever that comes in, after Super Bowl, sometimes. Super Bowl index is actually pretty fascinating index as well. And then total volume sold by month, again, seasonal drop. We had a drop going on just because people are celebrating. They're not really shopping for houses. Do I think this year is going to be a little hotter year for real estate than it was last year? I think so. Just because of the rates. If everything keeps on dropping the way it is, I think probably by the spring time, we're probably going to be in the 5.8 mark somewhere there like 5.8, and I think, you know, and we'll see what happens from there. But the difference between 5.8 and 5.9 or 6 is not that much. So if you're a buyer, I think it's a good time to start at least thinking about it, you know, running some numbers with the lender. If you want me to give you a good referral, I can do that. If you're thinking about refinancing, you know what to do, give me a call. Especially if it's a 1% difference. You know, if you're 0.5%, don't worry about it. If you still want to give me a call, but I would say don't worry about it, just because it starts to make sense at 1%. I think that's what you want to do. And then if you're a seller, you know, I think getting your home ready for spring might make sense, just because if the rates do drop the way they seem to be dropping right now, you want to be one of the first ones on the market. This way, you know, we don't see a buyer influx, and then you want to be at the beginning of the seller influx of homes, because, you know, when there's a high demand and low supply, the good stuff happens. So this is Alexei with the RE/MAX Performance and Alcova Mortgage. If you have any real estate related questions or questions about life in general, you know where to find me. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.